In Act 4, Scene 1, Macbeth approaches the three witches and seeks their divine magic in summoning up spirits to aid him. Three apparitions then appear and present him with their prophecies. I will be playing Macbeth, Samantha will be playing the three apparitions, and Lennox, who appears at the end. Then Ivy, Christine, and Venus will be playing the three sisters.
Okay, so for our scene of the witch's prophecy, based on my research, I came to a conclusion that the witches should be portrayed as people who were secluded and hidden.
Because people in the Middle Ages, they often believed that witches were all possessed by the devil, which made them really scared.
Yeah, and since they were really scared of them, they were mostly scared of them because of the dark magic that they practiced. So the witches were discriminated and did not really interact with the common people. So in the scene, when Macbeth first approaches them, the witches should be they would try to cover themselves up with their dark cloaks.
So they would kind of see Macbeth and then get really startled and scared, so they quickly cover themselves and shield themselves so he wouldn't see them.
Yeah, so that kind of symbolizes how distinct the witches were and how they weren't really open to other people.
And stayed within their own group.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And another reason why the witches often covered themselves up whenever they saw Macbeth was because if they were ever caught performing witchcraft, which was forbidden at the time, they were punished.
So were all people caught doing magic? Were they all exiled and tortured?
No, based on my research, black magic was a bad type of witchcraft magic at the time and was often associated with the devil.
So people doing black magic were punished.
Yes. And based on the ingredients they included in their cauldron, we could tell. And black magic affected society negatively. And so because of this, in our scene, we decided to film and set the scene in a very secluded area where no one was around.
So in my research, they basically talked about whether witchcraft existed or not, and people basically believed it. So they targeted people who acted mysteriously, unusually, and looked ugly. So in our scene, we're gonna make the witches distort the witch's image by using makeup, and they're gonna wear black, so then they would blend in with their surroundings.
So they were just as the people were scared of the witches were also kind of scared of getting caught and tortured.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, since they were also keeping to themselves in that way, since they were discriminated and all that, they just stay on their own kind, and again, like I mentioned before, they're not gonna be mingling with the other people in that real world, they're outside, besides from their own little world.
So after Macbeth converses with the witches, the three apparitions are summoned. I did my research on ghosts and how people in the Middle Ages viewed them. In the Middle Ages, it was not uncommon for ghosts to be wandering the world of the living. The people viewed them as not as a threat, but more as a guide, and they were there to help us. This relates to the apparitions because they were spirits who helped and guided Macbeth and warned him about the future. And in our scene, we decided that the apparitions will aid Macbeth and not cause him to feel any fear.
So their first lines are when the apparitions say Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. And we decided that for the apparitions to say that very slowly and draw it out like they're moaning instead of them screaming it, because they're trying to help him instead of scaring him. So they're warning him and they'll be talking slowly, not so much as really loudly and trying to cause him any fear.
Yeah, so each of the apparitions, they should appear as a non-threatening, spirits.
Yeah. In our scene, the apparitions aren't ghosts, they're more spirits, but we'll be portraying them as how people in the Middle Ages viewed ghosts.
So since the apparitions were not threatening, how will Macbeth react?
When he interacts with the apparitions, he'll be very nonchalant about it because it was really common in the Middle Ages, since most people were religious. They all believed that ghosts and spirits and all that, they wandered the world, and nobody really questioned that because everyone kind of just accepted it.
Yeah, and based on the beliefs, these spirits were stuck in this middle kind of
phase.
Yeah, a middle phase between heaven and hell, which they were here to cleanse their sins.
To do that, they needed to help people, and in the scene, they're just there to help Macbeth, warn him of Macduff, and since they're just there to do that, Macbeth isn't really startled or like frightened when they first appear. He's really calm about it, and he's just really curious and calm about what they have to say. So we don't, the ghosts, they don't really have harmful intentions, and he knows that.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Fill it up a fanny snake, in the cauldron bubble and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog. For charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil and bubble. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Cool it with a baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good.
By the breaking of my thumb, something quick and this way helps. Open washed over nuts.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is to do?
A deed without a name.
Though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, though the yeasty waves confound and swallow navigation up, even till destruction sicken, answer me to what I ask you.
Speak. Demand. Answer. Say if that's rather hear from our mouth or from our masters.
Call him. Let me see him.
Pour in so's blood that hath eaten her nine pharaoh priests that sweeten. From the murderer's gibbet, throw it into the flame. Come high or low, thyself in office deftly show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou not. Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware, Macduff. Beware the Thane of Fife. Dismiss me. Enough.
Where thou art, for thy good caution, thanks. Thou hast harped my fee all right, but one word more.
He will not be commanded. Here's another more potent than the first. Macbeth, Macbeth.
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of women born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff, what need I fear of thee? But yet I'll make assurance double sure and take a bond of fate. Thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What is this that rises like the issue of a king, and wears upon his baby brow the rounded top of sovereignty?
Listen, but speak not to it. Be wide-mettled, proud, and take no care who chafes, who frets, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquish, be it till great Burnham wood, to high Nottingham hill, shall come against him.
That will never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the tree unfix its earthbound root? Sweet Bodman's good! Rebellious dead rise never till the wood of Burnham rise, and our high-placed Macbeth shall live the lease of nature, pay his breath to time and mortal custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, shall Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied. Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know! Why sinks that cauldron? And what noise is this?
Show. Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Spirit of Banquo, down! Thy crown to steer mine eyeballs, and thy hair, the gold-bound brow is like the first, a third is like the former. Filthy hags, why do you show me this? A fourth? Start, eyes? What, will the line stretch out, crack of doom? Another yet? A seventh? I'll see no more. And yet the eighth appears before me, who carries a glass which shows me many more. And some I see that twofold balls and treble scepters carry. Horrible sights! Now I see 'tis true, for the blood-boltered Banquo smiles upon me and pointeth them for his. What? Is this so?
Ay, sir, all this is so. But why stands Macbeth thus amazedly? Come, sisters, cheer we up his sprites, and show the best of our delight. I'll charm the air to give us down while you perform your antic round. This great king may kindly say our duties did his welcome pay.
Where are they? Gone? Let this pernicious hour stand accursed in the calendar. Come in, without there.
What is your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came I not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
How infected be the air whereon they ride, and darned all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping of horse. Who else came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word Macbeth is fled to England.
Fled to England?
Aye, my lord.
Hates my dread exploits. The flight purpose is never overtook, unless the deed go with it. From this moment on, the very firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. And even now, to crown my thoughts with acts, be it thought and done. The castle of Macduff I will surprise, give edge to the sword, his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before the purpose cool. But no more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Bring me where they are. Christine, I was talking! Oh, the round and top of sovereignty. Burnham Rat. The fourth is. Dang it! Start eyes! What? What the lines? Is. Oh! What? Will the stretch crack out to the crack of. Turn a curse fall on you! Sweet Bodeman's good! Sorry, my arm pulls. Okay.